Hello and welcome to today's video on the dragon. Now this is going to be nice and quick, but I wanted to make a video on this before it disappears. I get asked a lot about what people should buy from the dragon, and I'm glad people are asking that sort of question. Not just in my clan or on certain videos, but thank you to everyone who got back to my post earlier this week about this dragon. And if you don't want to miss out anything like this in the future, then make sure you hit that little bell icon next to the subscribe button to keep informed on all my future posts that have questions on them. The dragon is going to be your best way of paying for premium items that can make a big difference to your team. Now you might need to save up over a couple of months by earning diamonds through the portal, but now that they've added the auto battle feature, which I can assume will be fixed soon, this is going to be a super easy way of earning these diamonds if you choose to do it this way. You can do certain things on other games to earn diamonds, but I've never actually done this myself, and I've heard 50-50 results on actually getting these diamonds back that you deserve, so I'll leave it up to you if you think it's worth doing, but for me I would just stick to the portal. Now these items will cost differently at different throne levels, so just bear this in mind when you're looking at my items. And lastly, before we start, these items won't be in any particular order this time around, because it is going to depend on your throne room level and what team setup you have, but these will always have some benefit in being in your team. And rather than ranking them, I will put these into mini categories, and you can find the list in the description or at the bottom of the video if one's more relevant to you. So starting off with the tanks, what are the two best items you can get from the dragon? Well, if you're looking for someone to survive and you have the Rune of Tenacity available, then I would personally pick the Power of the Sea Platemail as a great choice. Without the rune, it's not so good, but with it, the fighter restores 35% of his max health over 6 seconds. This can happen multiple times over a fight, so as long as they have good armor and magic armor, they will survive much longer than before. If you don't have any runes though, and you're looking for a better item to improve your tanks, then you should pick up the Elven Warrior Platemail. In comparison, this is slightly worse than the Power of Sea Platemail, but that's only if it has the Rune of Tenacity on it. And if you have no runes available, then this is still going to be a great choice for yourself. Moving on to mages, what can you expect to buy to improve your fighters? Firstly, out of my two picks, I would look at buying the Ancient Wisdom one first, but again, as long as you can add the Rune of Wisdom onto it. Adding the rune allows you to affect multiple people at the same time, and you can really see the damage spike by using this as a combo. But let's say you don't have any runes yet, then the concentration of Wrath Orb will actually be a great choice for your mages as a bit of burst damage when the enemy get low on health. But this weapon will be fantastic for anyone that's looking to use a Palamage combo, and this won't require any ability power to use the insta-kill ability, and the extra damage above should just be seen as extra damage over the plain insta-kill weapons. Moving on to the archers, none of these two items need runes to be useful, and I'd recommend either one of these to be added to your team if you're looking to improve your squad. So the first item will be the Rapid Fire Crossbow. Now there is a good alternative in the Space Ranger Crossbow, but I do find that the Rapid Fire Crossbow has the edge when it comes to overall damage. The damage per second is very high when used on an archer, and has the ability to deal a massive amounts of damage at any throne room level. The second choice is going to be the Lord of the Sea gear. For anyone who worries about their archer dying too quickly, then this is going to help them in staying alive and still get some extra benefit in dealing more damage at the same time. Now let's talk about artifacts. I've got a few to talk about with different reasons for each one, so just hear me out and then see which one applies to you more so. The first great artifact to go for will either be the Dragon's Eye if you need your team to have more burst damage like in the arenas or clan wars, but an alternative would be the Friend of the Seas artifact, as this will heal your team for every 20 seconds and will help you continue in your fights, like if you struggle in the gem base or dungeons. But before you choose, both of these artifacts get a massive boost to their abilities if you add the Rune of Transformation onto it. By adding the rune to either one, every time they activate, they will resurrect an ally and bring them back to the fight. It's a shame we can't have runes that do very similar things sometimes, but then I think everyone would be using them at the same time for these two artifacts. But let's say you don't have any runes yet, then maybe buy one that suits you more for now and work towards the next rune event to get the Rune of Transformation when it comes around. Now here's a great artifact that doesn't need a rune on it, and that's the Cowabunga Pizza. This is great for anyone who wants to keep their whole team alive that already uses a lot of healers. Now I do have to point out that only having one healing item might not be enough to make this work, but if you do have 2 healing items on your team or a Dark Healer, then you're really going to see the benefits of using this to keep your team alive, unless the enemy uses a couple of counters on their hero of course. The last artifact I wanted to mention was one that can be used with or without a rune, and that's going to be the Firecracker. This artifact can produce some great damage, and as an additional benefit, if you wanted to use the Rune of Transformation onto this artifact instead, when the artifact gets activated, it will also heal your allies for 40% of the enemy's max health. So this does create a tough decision on what you should actually use this rune on, but this might depend on your situation, if you need more burst damage with healing, or want to do better in your gem base, or just want to have more damage with resurrection. So I'll leave that up to you on what you actually think is best for your team. I'm going to throw out some honourable mentions now that I think are worth looking into and even buying for yourself, but because I need to get this video out today, I will just show them in less detail than before. The first will be the Angel of Justice gear. This will be great for anyone looking to have a tougher assassin and keep them alive but still produce a high amount of damage. The next one will be the Ring of Piety. This could be great in keeping anyone in particular alive that you think is the strongest in your team. I'd recommend this to be used on an archer, but anyone would get some benefit from this. The Let's Go ring can be great for anyone who uses the Horn Helmet and relies on their tanks or assassins to do well. Then this ring would be a great addition to any one of your frontline fighters who do a lot of damage like the Legionnaire, Storm or Shadow Fighter. And lastly for this video, the Alien Keeper artifact. This can literally be used on anyone and has the ability to keep them alive multiple times, so if your main fighter is dying too quickly, then just add this artifact and you'll actually notice a big difference. But now it's time for me to hear what you think. What would you say are the two best items you can get from this dragon, and are there any you would say would be better for the choices I gave above in a certain category? It'd be great to see your comments down below, and make sure you get subscribed to see videos like this in the future when they add new items to the dragon or the donkey. And thank you for watching if you made it this far in the video, but now let's finish off the diamond giveaway. You can join these every single week by clicking the Gleam link in the description and just by entering your in-game ID, and then that's it, you've entered. But let's see who won this week's diamond giveaway, and I'll be hiding all the sensitive information as normal. So well done to everyone that's won. The next giveaway is ready for everyone to join now, and that will be down below. I hope you have all enjoyed this video to give it a big like, and why not check out my video on the new arena artifacts. I think within the video there are 6 new artifacts, and I show you every single one in case you didn't want to spend your own diamonds just to see what they do.